She glanced at the clock, anxiety growing in her chest. 7:54 a.m. Another morning already unraveling. Rachel's 6-year-old son, Leo, tugged at her coat. "Mommy, can I come today? I'll be quiet, I promise." Her heart twisted. She had no one else. The babysitter cancelled. Again. The neighbor had her own hands full. And daycare? Far too expensive now that her hours had been cut. She had no choice. So, for the second time that week, Rachel led Leo by the hand into the office building where she worked as a receptionist for Parkwell and Denton Financial. Her heels clicked too loudly on the polished tile floor. Her nerves felt raw. "Just color quietly under the desk like before," she whispered as they neared the front reception. "No noise, no moving around. Please." Leo nodded solemnly and slipped under her desk like a tiny ghost. The morning began smoothly. Rachel answered phones, greeted clients, and typed up reports as if nothing was different. But around 10:15, everything collapsed. Her manager, Mr. Keener, always stiff, always frowning, appeared out of nowhere. He stood across from her, brows furrowed, then bent slightly to peer under the desk. His lips tightened. "Rachel. Is that your son?" She froze. I'm sorry, sir. The babysitter." "Come to my office," he said. "Now." Leo's eyes widened as his mother rose, trembling. She followed Keener in silence, heart pounding like a war drum. Inside the glass-walled office, Keener didn't sit. "We've warned you. Twice." I know, she pleaded, voice cracking. "But I didn't have any other option. He's quiet, and I keep him out of the way." "This is a place of business," Keener said, cutting her off. "Not a daycare." "I'm sorry, Rachel. You're being let go. Effective immediately." Rachel's world blurred. Her knees went weak. "Please," she whispered. "I need this job. We need this job." But Keener's expression remained cold. He opened the door without another word. She returned to her desk in a fog. Leo crawled out, sensing something was wrong. "Mommy?" She knelt and wrapped her arms around him, blinking back tears. "We have to go now, baby." Her co-workers avoided her eyes. No one spoke. By noon, she was gone. The bus ride home was silent except for Leo's occasional questions. "Are we in trouble? Did I do something wrong?" "No, sweetie. Not you. Never you." They reached their tiny apartment, a one-bedroom in a crumbling building with a leaky faucet and flickering lights. She put on a smile for Leo, made boxed macaroni, and tried not to cry when he wasn't looking. That night, as Leo slept curled beside her, Rachel stared at the ceiling, drowning in fear. How would she pay rent? Buy groceries? What kind of mother brought her kid to work and ended up jobless? 3 days passed. She applied everywhere. Cafes, call centers, even cleaning jobs, no response. Her savings were down to almost nothing. The eviction notice would be next. Then, on the 4th morning, her phone buzzed. It was a number she didn't recognize. "Hello?" "Rachel Adams," a smooth, warm voice asked. "This is Clara from Hale and Finch Enterprises. We came across your resume and would love to speak with you about a position. Are you available for an interview tomorrow?" Rachel blinked, stunned. She barely remembered submitting that application. She said yes before even hearing the job title. The next day, she wore her only blazer and took Leo with her. There was still no sitter. But she explained everything up front. "I don't want to waste your time," she told Clara in the lobby. "I'm a hard worker, but I'm also a single mom. My son, he may have to be with me sometimes. I understand if that's disqualifying. Clara only smiled. Come with me. They rode the elevator to the top floor, then walked into a sleek, sun-filled corner office. A man stood with his back to them, looking out over the city. Ms. Adams is here, Clara announced softly. The man turned. He was in his mid-30s, sharp in a navy suit, with kind eyes and a thoughtful face. He looked at Rachel, then at Leo, and something shifted in his expression. Leo, he said, kneeling to the child's level. Hi there, buddy. Leo clung to his mother's hand. The man stood and extended his hand to Rachel. I'm Aaron Finch, CEO. And before you worry, this interview is already over. You're hired. Rachel blinked. I don't understand. He smiled. When I was about Leo's age, my mom worked 2 jobs. One of them was cleaning offices late at night. Sometimes she brought me with her. She had no choice. I remember sleeping under her desk, coloring while she worked. I remember the fear in her face every time someone walked by. Rachel's mouth fell open. Aaron continued, one night, the company's owner found me asleep under a table. He fired my mom the next morning. We barely made it. But it stuck with me, how unfair that was. How she worked so hard, yet no one saw her worth. He looked at Rachel, voice soft. I see yours. Tears welled in her eyes. She opened her mouth to speak, but no words came. You'll start as executive admin, Aaron said. Full benefits. Flex schedule. And we have an in-office daycare. Leo's welcome any time. Rachel covered her mouth, sobbing quietly. Thank you, she finally managed. Thank you so much. Aaron nodded. Don't thank me. Just pay it forward someday. Weeks passed. Rachel flourished. Her confidence returned. Leo made friends in the daycare and brought home colorful drawings every afternoon. For the first time in years, there was peace in their home. Laughter. Hope. One Friday afternoon, Rachel passed by the reception desk on her way out. A new young woman sat there, fidgeting nervously. A child, maybe 4 or 5, sat beneath the desk, clutching a stuffed dinosaur. Rachel paused, her heart swelling with understanding. She leaned over. Hi. I'm Rachel. Need a hand? The young woman looked startled. I hope it's okay. I didn't have anyone to watch him today. Rachel smiled gently. You're more than okay. I used to be you. She looked down at the child and winked. I was that kid. And with that, she walked away, her heart full, her story come full circle.